it's time for a story. Once there was a boy. He wondered about things. He'd been told that everything on the earth was part of the mystery that some people call God, and that everything was connected in a great oneness. But when he looked around him, he saw many different things. He saw the earth and the sun and the moon and trees and rivers and the sky and plants and animals and people. But he just couldn't understand how all of these things could be connected in a great oneness. One day, the boy was planting some bean seeds. He planted them one at a time in the earth. And he watered them one at a time. Just then, he noticed a spider dropping down from a branch on a nearby bush, dangling from a golden thread that was attached to the back of her body. He couldn't believe his ears when the spider said to him, "So, you're wondering about how all of the things on the earth can be part of one great connected oneness of mystery. Would you like me to help you understand?" The boy gulped, and he was amazed. "Can you really tell me?" he asked the spider. The spider said, "I won't tell you with words, but watch and I'll show you." The spider began to spin more silky threads all around her body and wove them into a web. She circled around and around, and she crisscrossed. Until the edges of the web were done. "Do you like my web?" she said. "Oh yes, it's wonderful," the boy replied. "Does it give you any ideas about how the earth could be part of a great oneness?" "Well," the boy said, "first there was just you, and now there are all of these pretty threads in a nice crisscrossy design. The threads are different from you, but they came out of you. So they must be a part of you too. And all of the threads are connected to each other." "Yes," said the spider, "and just like the web, all of the different things on the earth come from the mystery that some people call God. And even though there are many different things, they're still all connected to each other. But there's more. Take that stick there." The boy grabbed a stick, and he used it to touch the edge of the web. The boy picked up the stick. He jiggled the outer threads. "What happened?" asked the spider. "It moved," said the boy. "Just the part you touched?" she asked. "No," said the boy, "the whole web moved." "That's right. Nothing happens to one part of the web that the rest of the web doesn't feel. In the same way, when something happens to one of the things in the one great web of life on earth, somehow or other, it happens to everything else." The boy wondered about that for a very long time, and then he said, "I can see the threads on your web touching each other, but I can't see all of the things in the world touching each other." "That's true," said the spider. "The crisscrosses on the one great web of life on earth are not as easy to see as the ones on my web, but they are there just the same. You have to use your imagination to see them. Some people call that your inner eye. Close your eyes for a minute and imagine that you can see those bean seeds that you planted a while ago. What did they connect with so that they could grow?" The boy thought about it for a while. He remembered putting them in the soil from the earth. He remembered them placing them so that the sun would shine on them, and he remembered watering them. I think they touched the earth, the sun, the water, and they even touched me. Now you're beginning to understand, said the spider. To see the crisscrosses on the web, you can use your regular eyes. To see the oneness of the great web of life on earth, you have to use your inner eye or your imagination. To see the oneness of the great web of life on earth, I have to use my inner eye, repeated the boy. Seeing that the boy was beginning to understand, the spider crawled quietly away to rest on one of her threads in the branches of a tree. And the boy went back to where he had planted his seeds to wait and watch for them to grow. We always have something called wondering questions at the end of our story. I'm going to read the wondering questions for you now. You might want to pause your video and you could talk about the wondering questions in your family if you like. I wonder which part of the story is most important. I wonder which part you like the best. I wonder if you've ever planted seeds like the boy. I wonder if you've ever seen something with your imagination, with your inner eye. I wonder what you feel connected to. I wonder how it feels to be connected to everyone and everything in one great web of life. I wonder where the spirit of love and mystery is in this story. This story made me think about how we are all connected. Even though we're staying home in our houses right now, I still think we're all connected in one great web of life, caring for each other and reaching out, maybe on our phones or our computers, to be with each other, listening, helping, and supporting each other.